Hello and welcome students. Today we're going to do the third module of Microsoft Excel. This is the third chapter basically. If you can have a look, that is Excel chapter 3 using formulas and functions. Let's get started with it. We have a 32 pages of and 22 steps to execute. You just need to click open a book. And let me remind you, if you want me to do this assignment for you or the complete course of Excel, Access, Word, PowerPoint, Statistics, Business Analytics or Finance related projects, do text me on the WhatsApp. I will complete all those assignments, quizzes, labs for you, and you can just submit it and get it graded. So it's a very economical service in terms of price. You can also text me on the email as well. Okay, so let's get started. So we have 22 questions. The first one has 2 steps and each one will be having 1 or 2, so it's going to be a lengthier one. Okay, use the command on the ribbon to open the function argument dialog. Okay, this is the function argument. Okay, sorry. Go to the formulas, math and tricks, and here we need to find sum. Although there are multiple ways to do it, but it asks you for the specific one, you have to do it in this way. Okay, to open the function argument dialog box, to enter the sum function in cell B1 to calculate. B1 is already selected, mind it. Okay, B12 to D12. Do not insert function dialog first. Do not open the insert function dialog box first. Be sure to use the cell range, not the individual cell references. Okay, so for this we need to B12 up to D12. That's it. Click OK. Moving to next step, that is part 2 of 2. Okay, using the insert function, enter a sum function in E7 to calculate the total in B7 to D7. E7 is already selected, so we are going to insert the sum function. This is the sum function. You can click OK, and Excel is smart enough to automatically guess that what is the range, what can be the range that you're looking for to what you can say add on. So this is B7 to D7. Click OK. So now we are done with the step number 1, the skill number 1. Now if you see, you have to click let me try. This is question number 2. Okay, so in this way we will complete one by one, and you can do the assignment by watching my video, or if you want me to do your assignment, you just throw your just throw your login on my WhatsApp number or on my email, and I will be in contact with you soon, and I will complete all those assignments which are due. So you can text me round the clock. Moving to step number 2, that is use formula autocomplete to enter the sum function in E12. So here we need to click equal sign, sum, and then B12 up to D12 and close it and enter it. So that's it. Moving to next, that is enter a formula in cell B2. B2 is already selected. To calculate the average values in the range B12 to D12, be sure to use the cell range, not individual cell references. So here you need to click equal sign and put the formula, that is average, and the range that we are going to specify, that is B12 up till D12, and enter it. That's it. So we are done with this step also. Next is, it says in B3 enter a formula to find B3 is already selected, keep in mind. The maximum monthly income, the range B12 to D12, be sure to use the cell range, not individual cell references. Again, put an equal sign, and the maximum number for the formula that we're going to use, that is the max function. Max, and the range that we are going to find the max out of which, that is B12 to D12. Close it and enter it. In cell B4, enter a formula to find the lowest. So put an equal sign, put a minimum function, and the range again that we are having, that is B12 to D12. Press enter. So we are done with the 4 steps, 4 question you can say out of 22. Okay. Next is enter formula in cell B1 to display only the current date. Put an equal sign, equal to today, close parenthesis, press enter. Enter a formula in cell B2 to display the current date and time. For this we are going to use now function. Now function basically, when you put a now function, it all will calculate the date and also the time. You can see right here. In E1, enter a formula using a count function to count the number of items on the scale. Count the numerical values in the item ID column A7 to A20. Equal sign, put the function count, and the range that we are going to specify, that is A7 to A20. In cell E2, enter a formula using count function to count the number of items on the sales. Count the values in the item column B7 to B20. Again, equal sign, count B7 to B20. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, whenever you are counting a cell range that is based on the text, you are going to use the count A function, not the count, because in this it says enter a formula using counting function. So for this, put an equal sign, count A. Why A? Because count A is used, keep in mind that count A is used to count the range that is based on the text values. So we have the text values right here in B7 to B20. That's it. In cell E3, enter formula using counting function to count the blank cells. Okay. Okay, for this, counting blank can be used. Put an equal sign, count blank. and the range that is E7 to E20. So basically what we learned, that is, if you are counting a numerical values, you must be using simple count function. If you are counting the range of text values, then you are going to use the count a function. And if you are counting the values, the cell ranges, that those are blank, then you are going to use the count blank. So those are the different types of counting functions that we learned. Enter a formula in cell D3 to display the text from the cell D2, so its first letter in each word is capitalized. Okay. In D3 we are going to put a function. Okay, put an equal sign. That is uppercase, yeah, upper. Put an equal sign and click the uppercase. You can type it also, uppercase. And now what we are doing, we are basically if you can see that in the D2 we are going to display the first letter as capital. Okay, so click D2 and close it. Sorry, it's going to be a proper. So, okay, put an equal sign, proper, and then you can select D2. Okay, basically one thing keep in mind, that the SIMnet, those projects are very specific in terms of the formulas. One thing also keep in mind, that the Excel functions, Excel outcome, to get an outcome from the values, there are multiple ways to do it. Okay, but Excel in SIMnet specifies a very specific way, so it might that you get stuck with those assignments. Okay, especially in the exams if you haven't completed those. Okay, enter a formula in cell F3 to display the text from F2, so the all letters display in uppercase. Now it says the uppercase. Basically in uppercase all the letters are in uppercase, and I was applying the wrong formula. Okay, put an equal sign and uppercase, and the range that we're going to use, that is F2, and that's it. Enter a formula in cell H3 to display the text from the cell H2, so all the letters are in lowercase. Again, put an equal sign, lowercase, and that is H2. I think that's it for this video. This is the formula tab. Formula tab is this one, and in the function library group, click the text. This is text, and what it says, select len, len. Next, in the our text argument, type h2 and click OK. So basically it converts the length of the characters in the cell. Okay, that was the guided me project. So now we are going to apply. Okay, so anyhow, if you can do it at your own, but there's a basic way of doing everything. You can just type directly the formula length, you can use this one, but as per their instruction we will go like this: find the length and then we're going to type h2. Okay, now you see we are done with this one. I think that's it for this video. If I keep on doing it, it will be long enough for me. And let me know if you want me to complete that assignment for you. Just feel free to text me on the WhatsApp. You can also email me, I will get back to you. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care.